Hey, welcome back. It's MJ here. I am just wanting to chat to you about whether you should tell your friends and family that you're autistic or not. So when I got my diagnosis, I didn't think it would change anything. I just thought it would tell me one way or the other if what was in my head was correct or just in my imagination. Which is strange because I don't generally have an imagination. So there's that. But having the diagnosis gave me this new lease of power. And I realised I didn't have to be afraid to tell people because of what their reaction might be. I decided that telling people was really a good thing because I want to learn how to unmask, and I can only do that if people know that if I start acting a little different, that there's a reason for that. People just have really weird faces when they see you acting differently, or they just get a bit surprised and confused. So I wanted to make it easier for them, but easier for me too. So I actually just made the bold movement of sharing on my social media platform, telling everyone, and just putting it out there, which was really scary. It was quite a vulnerable thing for me to do because my video was very unpolished, a bit like this one. And I think some people do that. They kind of just 100% put vulnerability on the line. And there's no going back from that stage. That's the annoying thing. You can be really bold and really vulnerable and really excited to do something, but as soon as it's out there, there's no going back. So you just have to face whatever comes your way. Fortunately, I did get really good positive responses from everyone. There's lots of really kind comments, and then people messaged me privately with either their own journeys or someone they know or someone in their family who might be autistic or is autistic, and kind of sharing that with me, and I felt like it was creating a bit of a community feel. There was a few, not negative as such because it's generally people who know me, but there was a few people that were like, oh, that's a shame, and seeing autism is a really negative thing, and I guess that's just down to lack of awareness of what autism is. And I get that. It's not like everyone portrays the same traits and fits in and out of society the same ways, right? So we're all completely different, and there's a really hard way to kind of write down what autism is, I guess. But the only way you're going to learn about autism in my book is by actually asking autistic people themselves. So I kind of thought if I tell all my friends and family that I'm autistic, then they at least have someone that they can ask questions to if, they're not getting the answers from books or whatever. So, yeah, I would encourage you to do the same, but it really depends on who's in your circle. I think being on this YouTube channel is going to be a bit more exposing for me, and there's people who don't know me watching my videos, and they will have potentially mean things to say, and I just have to develop thick skin. I'm simply here just to shine a light on one autistic's viewpoint on life. I don't always get things right. I'm a bit of an awkward talker. I say I dart my eyes around a lot. Sometimes I might need a little bit of notes just to help me not have brain freeze while I'm speaking, which is not what I wanted to do when I made these videos, but I find it quite hard to speak monologue-y like this, so sometimes a little help written down is very helpful. I've not got any notes today though, so that's really exciting, but probably you can tell because my speed is very fast. So yeah, I'm not polished. I'm not professional. I don't really know how to edit videos or anything like that. I'm simply just me, and I feel that my short story is worth sharing, and some people might be interested in it. Sharing it with family, it always depends on the personalities of your family members. I am fortunate that those family members in my life that I have shared it with have been really accepting and loving. And I think it can be really hard for family members who've known you your whole life, and then this is major different news for them to kind of unpack and understand. If you've been someone that's masked your whole life, then you're going to need to give your family some grace and a lot of patience while they take their time to process this information. It's not going to be straightforward for everyone. And it's not a case of it's a disappointment or anything to them. It's more just they're coming to terms with something that they didn't know, that they maybe felt they should have known. there has been a family member of mine who has really struggled coming to terms with the news that I shared, and it didn't come out as a surprise. They knew the journey I was on, but I think getting the diagnosis was a bit of a big shock for them, and they are just needing a little extra time so they can process and that they can analyse and they can look back and see if there was any earlier signs, but also just all the emotions that come with that, whether there was nothing that they could see or there maybe is now that they know. But yeah, I if you are a family member and you have received news of someone being autistic and you're really struggling with that, I just reach out my heart to you, because it's extremely hard to see someone through a different lens, and just give yourself grace. Just be kind to yourself. It's not your fault you didn't notice, you know. People can be extremely talented at hiding what they don't want the world to see. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say today. I don't know if I'll post this video because I can tell that the quality of the video is really quite hazy. So maybe I'll post it, maybe I won't. Bye!